Right now, it is 7 o'clock. Drivers to the track. Marshals from that Superstock late model class. And if you didn't hear me, there is a piece of paper. That's the heat sheet. It is hanging up on against the track wall for everybody to see in the pits. We're set on marshals. That's good. I can roll off with 3. That's fine. We've only got 3 racers. I see Simon out here looking for Jack and Patrick. I see Patrick. Okay, and I don't think any of you guys are in the next heat, so shouldn't have no problem with that. All right, drivers, get those cars checked in and across that line. All 3 cars are checked. Get your practice laps. All right, keep the cars rolling. We're going to get it started here in a minute. Get the cars rolling. Keep them rolling. Keep taking laps. The track will be live in less than 5. All right, if you are new to this, you are trying to run your fastest time in the next 4 minutes. Right now, we're only 10 seconds down. You are racing the clock and not each other. So with 30 seconds down in this 4-minute race, we have Simon out on top. 6.2 fast lap out of him. 37 and a 4.0. 38 and a 4.0 now. That's his pace. In that number 2 spot. Oh, it's Simon down to the number 2. Patrick up to 1. 5.5 fast lap out of him. He did that last time by. He's on a 40 and a 4.05. He's in that all blue car. Blue and black stock body coming on the front stretch. And that number 2 spot is Simon. And the black, orange, and blue going down the back. And our number 3 car, Jack. And that red, black, and blue going down the back. We're about 1:20 into this race, 2:40 left to go. Patrick still on top, averaging a 6.1 lap every time around. He's dropped that time down, 40 and a 4.05. Slightly faster. Caution in turn 4. It's clear. 1:45 in, 2:15 left to go. Patrick still on top. He's rolling down that front stretch, now to the back, through the turns 3 and 4. Coming up on Simon, the number 2 car again. He's got 6.5 seconds to the good of that orange car. That's about a lap and a half on this track. And Jack, he's about 40 seconds behind that number 2 car. $2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Patrick, new hot lap, 5.3 now. His pace still sitting at that 40 and a 406. That's only 1 second slower than where he was at a moment ago. Simon, last time by 5.8 out of him. That's only 5/10 behind Patrick's fast lap. Very good one for sure. Oh, caution in turn 3. That was our leader. He's down. He's back out there with 1 minute to go. That's going to let Simon catch back up. His lead was 9 seconds. Simon's now back only 6 seconds now. They're on the track together, 1 and 2, with 50 seconds remaining. Patrick still with that hot lap of a 5.3. Simon not quite able to catch that. Patrick's pace did drop from that 40 and a 406 now to a 39.401. That's about 3 seconds slower than where he was at. Shouldn't be no trouble. 30 seconds left. He has an 8.5 second lead over that number 2 car, Simon Skaggs. 20 seconds from now, we will be having heat number 2, Buggy Street Stock up to race. 10 seconds left on the clock. That's about 2 more laps for these drivers. Keep on going until I call your name. I will call your name when you are done. Jack, you are done. Patrick and Simon, you will be done. That's a race right there. Patrick, runner on top, 40 and a 405. He is going to be your TQ going into tonight's main.
You're running for Larry?
All right.
Hey, so Jack, after every single race that you're in, you go out there and you marshal for the next group, and it just keeps a steady flow, okay? So, and there's those blowers out there. If you're in turn 1, you're going to blow to turn 2. Turn 2 is going to blow to turn 3. And it just flows all the way around.
All right, marshals from that last one out to the track. We do have 4 racers in this one, so I'm going to ask for 1 volunteer. All right. Half our cars haven't checked in yet. We're good.
Avon, where's the car at? Okay. Hey, you're just going to be racing under Larry's name tonight. I don't know how to change all that.
Is there a Brandon Roberts in this one? Okay. Oh, is Brandon running John's car? Are you running John's car? Hey, Brandon, are you running John's car? Okay. Ooh, broke car. It's a pretty slow night. I'll let him see if he can't get it fixed. It's done? All right. We're going to roll right into it. We've only got 3 cars now. Go ahead and keep them rolling. Take your practice laps. I'm going to give you about 5 more, then we're going to get it going. All right, the race will be starting in less than 5. All right, Avon Dortch, Nathan Hale out front. First cars to cross. As of the first lap, Brandon Roberts on top. Nathan in 2 and Avon in 3. Oh, caution on the front stretch. Caution on the front stretch. And that was our number 2 car. He is now going to be in last. That's a tough spot to be in. 30 seconds into this one. Brandon on top. Avon in the 2. And Nathan in that number 3 spot. Brandon running a 52.402, fast lap 4.5. Avon Dorch, fast lap 4.7. He's in that number 2 spot. First time running oval, not too bad. 43 and a 402 for that number 2 car. Brandon Roberts on top. And the black, yellow, and purple, number 55 going down the backstretch through turn 4, 1 and 2. He just got around the number 2 car. That is Avon. Avon's in that blue, red, and white, number 5. 1:30 into this one, 2:30 left to go. Brandon Roberts still on top. He's got about an 18-second lead over that number 2 car. The number 2 car just narrowly getting passed by the number 1. .2:15 left to go. Brandon still on top, 52.40 now. Slightly faster, looking to jump up to that 53 lap pace. Larry Knight, or Avon Dorch, in that number 2 spot. 44.401, the gap being stretched out a bit, now to 22 seconds. Avon's losing about 0.2 of a second every single lap. .130 left to go. 2:30 down. 1:30 left. Brandon still with that 4.5 fast lap. He ran that on lap number 1. As of his 33rd lap, he's averaging 4.6 for his fast lap. An average of a 4.6, only a 10th off his heater. Very good. Avon falling off the pace a little bit. He was at a 44.0. Now he's at a 44.401. The gap now, 32 seconds between those 2 drivers. 1 minute left to go. 45 seconds now. 1 and 2, drag race down the front. Brandon's car able to get in and out of turns just slightly faster. Doesn't look like it's struggling with slide at all. I do believe the traction is definitely there. 20 seconds left to go in this one. That's about 4 more laps for these cars. We're in their 4.5 second laps. Five seconds left to go. These drivers are going to get about 2 more laps. I will call your name when you are done. Next lap by and you will be done. That is a race. Brandon on top and Avon in that 2 spot. Nathan in the 3. Go ahead and grab a blower and blow to the next spot. All right, track is closed until we get the marshals back out here. Marshals from race number 2. Nathan, Anthony, Brandon, and Avon to the track for marshaling. If you can't get out here, try to find a volunteer for yourself. We do have 4 racers out here, so it'd be good if we had 4 marshals. We need one volunteer to the track. I'm not seeing Anthony out here. Looking for Anthony as a marshal. Caution turn 2, caution turn 2. It's clear. Thank you for the volunteer, Doug. All right, all cars are checked. Get them rolling, get them rolling. Spread them out. Caution in turn 2. It's clear. Spread out those cars. We'll get it rolling. And started in less than 5. Mike, first one across. TJ and Brent. Matt and Jared, all 5 of my cars have checked and are going. As of lap number 2, we have Matt Sinex out front, 45 at a 4:02. That is his pace. On his 3rd lap, he's already stretched the gap about 1 second. Very good for him. Car right behind him, 43.40. That is Brant Farnsley. In that number 3 spot, Jared Roberts, 42.401. We've got 3 seconds all the way down the line. The gap 1 to 2. Spreading out a bit, we have it to 2.6 seconds. The gap 2 to 3. Oh, Matt Sinex with a little mistake. That lets the number 2 car catch up a little bit. 1.6 now separating them. Matt Sinex out front. He's a black and red Fox body going down the front stretch. Looks like he's coming up right behind Brent, the number 2 car. There's only 2.5 seconds separating these cars. Oh, Matt's going to get into the back of them. Matt's going to get the better end of that. Brent's going to spin out. 130 down, 230 left to go. Jared now to that number 2 spot. He's in that all-orange truck going to the back. Him and Brent racing for position right now. There is 1 second separating those 2 cars on the track and on the clock. In that number 4 spot, we have Mike. And that all-blue, number 17. Oh, caution in the middle. Caution in the middle. He does need a marshal. It's clear. That was our number 4 car. Now he's going to go to the number 5. TJ McCoy, now to the number 4. I believe he's in that blue and black, going down the backstretch right behind Mike now. We're about halfway through this one. 2:10, 1:40 left to go. Matt out front, 44.404. He's got 8.5 seconds to the good of Brent Farnsley now to that number 2. Jared in that 3 spot. 1/10 of a second between those 2 cars. Brent is leading that pack. Mike Soletti, he's in that number 5 spot, but he's got 4 other cars right up his rear end. 1:15 left to go. Matt out front, Jared in the 2, and Brent now in the 3. TJ in the 4, and Mike in the 5. 1 and 2 separated now by 9.5 seconds. That's Matt and Jared. Matt in the black and red going down the backstretch. And Jared in that all-orange coming up on Brent, the number 3 car. They're touching doors going down the backstretch. 45 seconds left to go. Jared gets the inside on him. No contention there. And now he's just going to look for the pull away. Oh, he gets into a car that pulled in front of him. Caution in turn 2. That's going to slow Jared up a little bit, but it doesn't look like Brent's going to get too far away from him. Jared's right back up his rear. 30 seconds left to go in this one. Jared and Brent separated by 1 second. Oh, Brent with the rollover. He needs a marshal. That's going to slow him down. TJ not quite there to capitalize. He's about 4 seconds behind him. Brent now 5 seconds away from that number 2 spot. As of with 5 seconds left to go, he is in that number 3 spot. Caution down the back, Clear. 4 cars crossing. Brent and Mike are done. The others will cross and be finished. Looking for Jared. That's a race. Race is over. Matt, Jared, and Brent are top 3 going into tonight's main. Good run out of Matt. Ran a 44.402. Next behind him, Jared, 42.404. That's about 12 seconds between those 2 cars. All right, there were 5 guys in that class. Not a one of them are out to race. So let's make sure we get our marshals out here. I see Doug's out to race. I saw he was just marshaling. I'll give him a minute. All right, looking for one more marshal. I see Brent. Thank you guys for getting out here quick. Okay, all cars are checked. If you want a couple more practice laps, you can take them. Any adjustments you want to make? I'm going to be honest, Grant. I think you want to mess with that slipper. Diff, barking? Too loose? I would tighten it up, because if it loosens up, you're just going to burn it down. It's a ball diff, right? All right, get them rolling, get them rolling. We're going to get this race started here in a minute. Looks like the cars are evenly separated. We're going to get this race going in less than 5. All right, Keith, first across the line. Bill, Grant, and Doug. All 4 cars are checked. Oh, and that separation they had, they're all together now. Bill getting in the backside of Keith. Caution in turn 2. Looks like his car is broke. Oh, no, it's still going. Bill was in that 1 spot on the first lap. Now to the 4 with a 12-second lap. Grant on top. This is our first run of the 13.5 late models. Stock 10-scale late models. These cars are quick. They're going to be running about the same times as the mod sprint cars. Grant Gibson out front. Caution turn 2. That was Bill. Grant, your number 1 car in the black and red. Going to the backstretch. The number 90. Now to the front. Right behind him is Doug. Oh, Doug now to the point. And the black and white going on the front. Right behind your old leader. The number 2 car in front of the number 1 going down the backstretch right now. And that number 3, Keith Tishner. He's about 3 seconds behind Grant for that number 2 spot. 1:15 down, 2:45 left to go. Doug out front. He's got barely a 1/10 of a second. Oh, Grant now taking that top spot. There's 0.05 of a second separating these 2 cars right now. Now about a 1/10. Back to 0.02. 2:30 left on the clock. Grant on top as of last lap. This time by 2/10. Looks like Doug with a 9-second lap. Doug, did you have a crash? I think he did. Grant now with a 6-second lead over Doug. Keith in that 3 spot. 4.2 between those two cars. Grant out front. Black and red 90 going down the backstretch now. Right in front of him is the number 3 car. That's Keith. And the all white with orange and yellow trim. Lets the leader by. Thank you very much. In that number 4 spot, Bill Gibson. Grant out front as of 1:30 left on the clock. 48 and a 4:01 is his pace. Fast lap 4.7. He does not have the fastest lap on the track. That goes to Doug in the number 2 spot with a 4.6. 1/10 quicker than the leader. Grant 48.401. Doug 46.401. That's 7 seconds between those two cars with 1 minute and 5 seconds on the clock. Keith in the 3, 7.7 between him. Oh, Grant getting caught up in a lap car. That's going to slow him down. Doug's going to catch up just a little bit. That was about a 2-second mistake for our leader. He's got to keep it clean for the next 50 seconds. Doug catching some wall. That ain't helping his time. 45 seconds left on the clock. Grant, 48.402. Dropping down just a little bit. That was about a 2-second mistake for him. Doug now. 10 seconds behind him. I think your transponder's missing laps. Or he's having wrecks and I'm not watching. 15 seconds left on the clock. Grant, Doug, and Keith, your top 3. Evenly separated, about 10 seconds between those 3 cars. Grant holds it together for the next 4 seconds. He will be our leader going into Amen. Grant, you will be done. Keith is done. Doug, you will be done. And that's a race. All cars are finished. Track is closed. All right, our leader for that class is going to be Grant, Doug, and Keith. That's our top 3 going into the 10 scale late model main. Heat number 5 / late model. 3 racers, Anthony, Matt, and Jared. Marshals from that last one. Make your way to the track. I see 2 of them. I'll have you out of here, buddy. Hey, Grant. Okay, now is the time for tuning. I'll give you about 5 laps to make any changes if you want them. All right, get the cars rolling. Get them rolling. Get them separated. There's only 3 cars at about a 50-foot stretch between those turns. This race will be going in less than 5. Anthony, first one. Jared, number 2. And Matt, third one to cross. First one to put a lap down is going to be Anthony. Anthony's going to be in that number 1 spot as of last time by. Oh, catches some wall. Jared close behind. He is now our track leader. 45 and a 4.0 for him on the 3rd lap. I'm going to let him separate. We're only 30 seconds into this one. Anthony now out front. Jared in the 2. 1/10, separating all 3 cars. Exactly 1/10 of a second between the 3 of them. Matt Sinex now to the front. He just ran a 5.1. That put him right on top. Anthony with a 5.1. Settles him in that number 2 spot. Matt, 5.066. Super fast lap out of him. 46 and a 4.02 is his pace. He's got 1.5 seconds to the good of Anthony. That all green and black car going down the front stretch. So Matt is our leader. Black, yellow, and blue, and white. Number 34 going down the front stretch now. He's right behind our number 2 car. That's Anthony. And Jared Roberts in the back of the field in that all orange. He's only 2 seconds behind Anthony for that number 2 spot. Anthony 2 seconds away from Matt. So we have about 4 seconds of a drop all the way down to the back of the field. One mistake could easily put Matt all the way to the back. So our leader, Matt, he's got almost 3 seconds now over that number 2 car. There it is, 3.3 seconds now. Looks like he's picking up about 1/10 every single lap on these drivers. With 2 minutes left to go. Still has that fast lap of a 5.066. Anthony with a 5.123. And Jared, 5.2. So, as of lap 26, Matt Sinex is your leader. He's got 4 seconds to the good of Anthony. That all green and black 87. Going down the backstretch now is your number 2 car. Right in front of him is our number 3, all orange Jared Roberts. He's our number 3 car. 1:15 left to go. Matt averaging a 5.2 second lap. That's enough to get him a 5-second gap that he has now. Anthony, 5.4 is his average, and Jared, 5.5 is his. The averages are speaking for themselves. I called them out in order. 45 seconds left to go on the clock. Matt still out front. Anthony in the 2 and Jared in the 3. 5 seconds is the difference between 1, 2, and 3. They are separated equally, 5 seconds each. 30 seconds left on the clock. Matt's got a 5.2 second lead now. One mistake and it could tighten up real quick. All he has to do is keep it clean here in the next 15 seconds. Same goes for Anthony. He's got a 6-second gap now to Jared. 10 seconds left to go for these drivers. 2 more laps out of them and they will be done. There's the clock. Anthony, you will be done. Matt, you will be done. And Jared, you are now done. That's a race, guys. Matt on top, Anthony in the 2, and Jared in that number 3 spot. Make sure you get out quickly for marshaling race number 6, Super Stock Late Model. I believe some of our marshals are in that race. Almost all of our marshals that we're marshaling are going to be in the next race, so I'll give them all a minute. All of them are.
You're full of it.
right, guys, this is your last and final heat of qualifying. Let's get our marshals back out here. There was only 3 of them. I see Jared and Anthony looking for Matt and 1 volunteer. There's Matt. We need 1 volunteer. Not in that big of a rush because our drivers aren't to the stand yet. Thank you very much, Nathan. All right, drivers making their way to the track. Okay. At the end of this race, it is currently 7:35. It's going to be about 7:40 when this race finishes. All right, I'm going to give you all 20 minutes of practice if you want it. 20 minutes of practice. All right, track is closed. Track is closed. Make your changes if you want them. Real quick announcement. At the end of this race, it will be 7:40. I'm going to give you all 20 minutes of practice. It will be 8 o'clock when we start back. Oh, wait, scratch that. 10 minutes of practice. 10 minutes of practice. 8:50, track will be closed. At 8 o'clock, we'll get started again. 10 minutes of practice at the end of this one. All right, you all get them rolling. Get them rolling. Oh, yeah. So I'm still not getting a check from John. Is he not racing? No, I see him in the pit. All right, we're going to get this one going in less than 5. Bill Gibson, first across. Keith, Doug, and Grant. Oh, Keith pulling a sick wheelie all the way down the backstretch. That did cost him some time now. 2 cars passing him. All right. As of lap number 2, Doug out front. 49.404 for him. The gap between him and Grant now, only 1/10. It looks like they're separating every other lap. Grant now to the top. Let's see what Doug does this time by. Doug now to the front spot. Looks like Grant's going to have this one. Doug getting in the wall. Grant now to the top. 48.401 for him. He's got half a second lead over Doug now. Bill in that number 3 spot. 1 second between him and Doug for that number 2 spot. Keith Tishner in that number 4. He's 2.5 seconds away from Bill for that number 3 spot. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Grant Gibson out front, 48.401. 1.5 seconds is the difference between 1 and 2. The number 1 car is the all-green checker pattern going down the front stretch, now to the back. The number 67 Mountain Dew. In the number 2 spot, we have Doug in the black with white trim going down the backstretch. Now to the front. He's coming up on some traffic. The number 3 and 4 car right in front of him. Bill Gibson, the all-orange. Oh, sliding out. Number 67 now. Probably going to be putting him in that number 4 spot, maybe. No, he still has that gap over Keith. About 4 seconds for that number 3 spot. Grant Gibson still out front. 48.402, dropping off his pace by about a second. Still in the fight, though. He's got 3.5 seconds over Doug. Doug in that number 2. Bill's still in that number 3, holding on. He's got 4.5 seconds to the good of Keith. Oh, Bill with a mistake. Grant getting caught up in it. That's going to bring Doug right up on him. The difference was 3 seconds. We'll see what it is now. 0.8 of a second. This is exactly what Doug needed. 1:30 left on the clock. Doug's got the number 1 car in his sights. 0.8 of a second between them. If he gets around him, he probably will have the lead. So this is a race on the track and on the clock, it looks like. The 1 and 2 car going down the backstretch now. The number 1 car out front. The green and black, 67. right behind him. The black with white trim, 33, right behind him. 1 minute left to go. Doug catching a little bit of pipe, slowing him down, not letting Grant get too far away from him. The difference is only 1 second now between the 1 and 2 car. Between the 3 and the 4 is about 10 seconds. 45 seconds left to go. Doug losing sight of Grant just a little bit. Grant's trying to pull away. He does have the fastest car on the track tonight. He has not ran the fastest lap, but he does have the most consistent laps. Oh, man. Grant getting just a little bit sideways. Looks like it doesn't slow him down hardly at all. Doug chasing him down. There's 15 seconds left on the clock. Unless Grant gets in a wreck, it doesn't look like Doug's going to be able to get around him. 10 seconds left to go. That's about 3 more laps. 3 more laps. Grant now just has to survive about 1 more laps. He's got a 2-second gap now. He will be done when he crosses the line. Everyone will be done when they cross the line. That's a race. The race is over. Grant Gibson out front. Doug in the 2 and Bill in the 3. That is the end of this race. You all are going to get 10 minutes of practice. Track is open for 10 minutes. It will be closed at 7:50. 7:50 track will be closed. All right, you all are getting about 6 more minutes of practice if you want it. All right, per request of our favorite drivers will be extending it to 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is the extension for practice. Track will be closed at 8, and we'll be getting right back in it at 8:10. 8:10. Track will be watered in between 8 o'clock and 8:10. Ten more minutes of practice if you all want it. Then I'm going to get to watering. 10 more minutes of practice.
Why? What? Why? Why?
right, drivers, it is 8:03. We're gonna get back to racing at 8:10. 8:10. Race number 1 will be back to the track. It is the exact same running order, so that heat sheet does apply. It does, however, not apply to the racer order. So if you are TQ, it won't show up on that paper. I will announce that when the race comes. But the heat order is still correct. it's that time. I'm only 1 minute off. It is 8:11. Drivers to the track. Marshals to the track. We're only looking for 3 marshals from that super stock A main. Oh, I'm sorry, 13.5 late model.
Yes. Oh, marshals. Yeah. The car flippers.
All right, turn marshals from that 13.5 late model class to the track. All my cars are checked. Looking for one more marshal. All right, we're good on marshals. All right, track is closed. Track is closed. Park the cars on the front stretch. Quick rundown of how this is supposed to go. So, Patrick, you're going to line up first. Then Simon. And then, Jack, you're going to park right behind those cars. They're going to do a roll around. And coming out of turn 4, the cars will be live going at full speed. So right now, Patrick, you are going to roll us off. You're all going to stay behind the other car. So, Jack, go ahead and follow them. When you come out of turn 4, the track will be live. All 3 cars are checked and going. Patrick's still out front. First lap down out of these drivers. Patrick out front. Simon in a 2 and Jack in a 3. As they started, they are going. Ooh, Simon with a mistake. That's going to put Jack to the number 2 spot. Simon already looking to get lapped. Patrick lapping these drivers already. He's coming up for the lap on the number 2 car. Patrick has a different level of speed over these drivers. 45 seconds into this one. 3:15 left to go. Patrick out front. 40 and a 4:02 is his pace. He's got 7 seconds the lead over that number 2 car. They are, however, on different laps. Jack now with a mistake. That's going to put Simon to that number 2 spot. Patrick still on top here. Simon in that 2. They're about 10 seconds apart. 1:15 down. 2:45 remaining. Patrick going down a 5.3 fast lap. Next fastest car is going to be Jack, running a 5.8, but he is in that number 3 spot. Fastest lap, but not quite the most average. Oh, a mistake out of Simon. That's going to slow him down. Another mistake out of Simon. Jack taking back that 1 lap he had on him. Now these drivers. Jack now only 5 seconds behind Simon for that number 2 spot. That is 1 lap the difference. Ooh, Jack with another mistake. All 3 cars getting tangled up. Simon not quite able to put that lap on him. They are fighting for a lap. Not quite position. Simon gets around him. Simon now 30 seconds behind Patrick. Patrick's got a 30-second lead over that number 2 car. He is throwing it down, keeping it consistent. 1 minute remaining in this one. Patrick, Simon, and Jack, your top 3. 42 and a 403 is the pace out of our number 1 car. 36.406 out of our number 2. And 32.40 out of our number 3 car. Ooh, Simon racing the leader now. We'll see what he can do. See if he can hold off that number 1 car. Ooh, Patrick gets in the backside of him. Caution in turn 1. Caution in turn 1. Looks like our number 3 car is going to get the worst end of that one. 30 seconds remaining in this one. Patrick and Simon racing it out to the end. 35 seconds separating the two of them. Patrick sliding out a little bit. Doesn't look like he's going to get that extra lap on him. 5 seconds remaining in this one. Next time by, you all will be done. When you will be done. Jack, you are done. Simon and Patrick, you are done. That is a race. Grab the blowers and blow off the track. All right, marshals from that last one to the track. I've got a marshal for Simon, looking for a marshal for Jack. Oh, we got a volunteer then. Thank you. And that's all 4 marshals. Thank you for coming out quick. Drivers to the track. Street stock buggy to the track. The cars look hooked. Oh, they're dumping over in that wall. Looking for a check from Avon Dortch. I see him running.
Oh no, it's for like a skip jump. So it's not. It doesn't really give you any height. You're gonna get like 2 feet of height.
It's gonna pack down.
Said that in the mic.
Hi. All right, if you want to make any changes, make them right now. No changes? All right, we're going to roll right into it. Brandon out front. Avon Dortch in the 2. Nathan in the 3. And Anthony in that 4 spot. So, Avon, do you know how this works? They're going to take 1 lap around, and when they come out of that turn 4, the track will be live. So, right now, it's going to be like pace cars and NASCAR. You're just going to fall behind. Coming out of turn 4, the track will be live. Get the cars rolling. Just follow the leader. Don't try to pass him until we get to that turn 4 mark. And track is green. Oh, Nathan with a mistake. Rolls the pipe. Knew the traction was going to be up. Looks like Avon's car is hooking. He is holding that number 2 spot. Brandon out front, though, looking like he's going to try to walk away in this one. Anthony giving up that spot to Nathan now. Nathan now to the 3. We're only 25 seconds into this one. Brandon, Avon, Nathan, and Anthony, as they started, they are rolling. Brandon looking to pull away. He's about to put a lap on the field in the first minute. He's all the way up to that number 2 car now. All he has to do is pass Avon, and he's just done it. He's lapped the whole field within the first 45 seconds. That car is rolling in and out of the corners. Nathan Hale coming up on our number 2 car for track position. Avon in that blue and white number 5 right behind him. Oh, there he goes for the pass. That's Nathan now to it 2. And the black camo and stripes, black and blue stripes. That is Nathan. He got the pass done. Oh, caution at turn 4, caution turn 4. It's clear. There is a race between Nathan and Avon on the backstretch as they go. Avon with the yellow wheels, Nathan with the blue wheels. Nathan is out front. Avon fighting just a little bit of slide. Looks like he's having trouble with a little bit of steering. 2:15 left on the clock. Brandon out front. He ran a 4.4 fast lap. That's just about the same that was ran in qualifying. Nathan, a 4.5. Avon, 4.6. Oh, caution turn 2, caution turn 2. Help him out, help him out. That's our number 3 car. That's going to let Nathan pull a gap on poor Avon. That was a 9-second lap for him. He is in that number 3 spot. He's got about 30 seconds to the good of that number 4 car being Anthony. 1:30 remaining in this one. Brandon and Nathan separated by almost just over a lap. That's 6.5 seconds. Brandon has to the good of that blue and gray car, Nathan Hale. 1:15 remaining. Brandon, blue, yellow, and or black, yellow, and purple. Number 55 going down the front stretch now. Oh, caution on the front, caution on the front. That did catch our leader, but it doesn't look like it paused him, but it may be a second. Yeah. It was a 4.6, so he was on a really good lap. If it only slowed him up maybe a 10th. 45 seconds remaining. Brandon still on top. Nathan in that number 2 spot. The gap now, 7.5 seconds separating those 2 cars. Ooh, Anthony catching a little bit of wall. 30 seconds left. Brandon Roberts, 52.401, matching his pace from his TQ run. Just about 2/10 faster than his TQ run, actually. Nathan Hale right behind him, not quite on that pace. 7.5 seconds separating the 1 and 2 car with 15 seconds left on the clock. I'm sorry, 10 seconds now left on the clock. That's about 2 more laps for these fast 4.5 second cars. 1 more lap. Next time they cross, they will. Nathan, Anthony, and Brandon are done, and now Avon's done. That's a race. Race is over. The finishing order, Brandon, Nathan, and Avon, your top 3 of the Buggy Street Stock class. All right, if you race that last one, make sure you make your way to the track. Looking for Brandon, Nathan, and Avon as our marshals. I see Anthony out here. Right here. Just pop the blow right there. Thank you, guys. All right, looking for one more marshal. I believe that's Nathan Hale to the track. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Okay, all 5 of my slashes are checked. They've all got their laps in. If you want to make any quick changes to your suspension or controller, make your move. Doesn't look like anybody's doing anything. Matt Sinex going to be our pole position vehicle. Jared in a 2, Brent 3, TJ 4, and Mike running out the field in our 5 position. So, Matt Sinex, whenever you're ready, roll these cars off. These cars are going to make 3/4 of a lap and then go live coming in a turn 4. The clock is live. Matt still out front. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I messed up. Restart the race. I always do it every day. I do it at least once. Always start it too late. All right, line them up. That's my bad. Guys. Matt out front. Yeah, Mike Saletti to the point on the first lap. All right, Matt, get that car to the pole position. Jared on 2, Brent 3, TJ 4. Oh, he wants to start in the back. Okay. Going live. Go ahead and get the cars rolling. Track will be live coming out of turn 4. And the track is live. Quickly making up positions is Matt. He's already picked up 2. Looking for that number 3. There he goes to the number 2 position. Matt's only got one more car to chase, and he will be on that lead position. Oh, caution on the front. It's clear. They've sorted it out. Matt's chasing that number 1 car. That is Brent Farnsley right now. Matt Sinex right now on a 47.40. You're in a TQ of a 44.02. There he goes. He gets the pass on Brent. I missed it while I was calling. Here it goes. Matt in that 1 spot. Brent in the 2. Jared 3. TJ 4. And Mike in that 5 spot. So 130 down, 230 left to go. Matt out front, 47.402 is his time. We're in a 5.029. That is his fast lap. Brent Barnsley, 5.1 out of him. All right, Matt in the black and red gray Fox body going down the front stretch. He's coming up on TJ LaCroix. That is your number 3 car now. Jared Roberts dropping down to that number 4. Oh, caution turn 3. Caution turn 3 and 4. It's clear. It did catch our leader, but it didn't slow him down too much. Matt in our number 1 spot. Brent in the 2, looking like he's about to get lapped by Matt. Brent's in that black, red, and gray. Tracks his stock body. Oh, he's fighting for that lap. Everything can give. Goes a little wide into the wall. Matt gives it back. Takes the low inside. He gets dumped. Going on the front stretch. Matt and Brent are having a blast out here. 46 and a 402 for our leader. Almost slowed him up about 4 seconds. Racing that car. 1:15 left to go in this one. Matt and Brent going at it again. Matt gets it easy inside. He's going to jump the pipe and go wide. Going to give it right back to Brent. He dives back for the inside. Brent's giving him all he can get. Doesn't look like he's going to get it. Oh, Matt blows the corner. Brent's going to have it open again. He wants the race. I think Matt's just playing with his prey. TJ in that number 3 spot. He's about 8 seconds out of that number 2 position. That is Brent. In the number 4, we have Jared Roberts. He's 7.5 seconds away from TJ. That's about a lap and a half. The 1 and 2 car in their respective positions now. Matt out front gets ahead of Brent with 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Matt is averaging a 5.3 second lap. Brent with a 5.5 average. Very fast lap times out of these guys. TJ catching up slightly, about 13 seconds between him and Brent. 13 seconds between Matt and Brent. With 5 seconds left on the clock, they will be done next time by. Matt, you're done. Brent, you're done. TJ done. Jared and Mike, the race is over. Race number 3 in the books. That was our stock slash race. All right, if you were in that last race, make sure you come out to Marshall. There were 5 of you, and I don't think many of you are out for this next race, if any of you. There should be plenty of grip, Doug. Doesn't look like Grant messed with his diff at all. No, you didn't. Goosed it. All right, show me down the front. Now your car's going to rotate like dumpster. It sounds a lot better. All right, looking for a check from Keith. I see him coming up. We have all 4 marshals on the track. Thank you very much. Caution in turn 2. Marshal in turn 2. You made a mistake, Keith. Don't do that in the race. You have a car that's set up just like the other guys.
I haven't got a last one yet.
Oh, sure.
I want to go out there.
Yeah.
Fuck up in there. Plus, it's transponder. Probably got Jesse's whole thing.
Okay. So I'll call the track closed, and I'll let you get like 5 laps.
Will you be able to change the transponder thing? They don't have to.
Yeah, I might be able to get. Yeah, I can have to switch.
All right, track is closed. Track is closed. If you want to make your adjustments, now is the time. Any controller or suspension you want to change. Front stretch is closed. Make sure you don't go flying down there. We don't want to see any cars explode. I don't think those bumpers are super sturdy. All right, race number 4, 13.5 late model. In our number 1 pole position is Grant Gibson. In the number 2, Doug. 3, Keith. 4, Bill. Grant, whenever you're ready, roll these cars off. Going live, coming out of turn number 4. There goes Grant, Doug, Keith, and Bill. All 4 of them live. And checking. Grant still on top. Doug in that number 2 spot. Bill 3, and now Keith to the 4.
If it's on that board, it'll tell you. So I think Nathan's do that on 4.3. I think that's the fastest lap. 4.39. No, you do not need it. No, just the time.
All right, Grant Gibson out front. Doug in tow. There's about half a second between these two drivers. Grant out front. He has the black and red with the white stripe in the middle. Number 90 going down the backstretch, coming up on some lap traffic. Make sure to give him plenty of room. Number 2 close in tow. Make sure to let him by. Thank you very much. All right, Grant and Doug, 1 and 2, still a very close fight. Doug, the faster of the 2 cars it looks. 4.7 fast lap out of him. Slower 4.7 out of Grant. Both of them very close on the clock. They've stayed at about half a second for the last minute and a half. That's how far we are into this race. Grant getting a little loose. Looks for the dive. Looks like Doug's going to get it back. I don't think that was really even his fault, but he wants some clean racing. I know it. Bill now coming up behind him. He is a lap down. He's going to try to hang with him. Grant and Doug, they're the only 2 cars really to watch on the track right now. The only 2 fighting for position. Doug looking for that sharp outside pass. Real tight on the exit, I mean. Looks like Grant's got a slower exit time. And that's where Doug seems to be catching him. Grant is going to try to pull away a little bit here. Doug not quite able to catch him. He's not really in striking position, but he is going to be there to capitalize if Grant has a mistake. Oh, he catches the wall. That could have broken his car. Doesn't look like it did. Very lucky there. That only cost him about a second. The gap now 1.5 between them. 1:15 left on the clock. Looks like this is our fastest cars on the track, I believe. Doug still in that number 2 position, losing sight of Grant. He is pulling away. The gap now 2.2 between those 2 cars. Doug still does have that faster lap. Ooh, spin out in turn 1. 40 seconds left on the clock. Grant still out front. The gap now being chopped away a little bit. Now down to 2-0. 2 seconds between the 2 drivers. That last time by, 2.1. Looks like Grant just had a slight mistake, and now he's picking it back up again. 20 seconds left on the clock. A 2-second gap. That's half the track for these drivers. He should be fine so long as no mistakes occur. 10 seconds left. 3 more laps for these cars, and they will be done. Oh, Doug catching the wall again. He's got that little bit of push out if he gets on the gap. That is the clock. Doug and Keith, only one's done. Grant and Bill. That is a race. Track is closed.
Hey, John, wait for the blowers to get done, and then, yeah. Huh? No, street stock is
Slash late model up next.
Hey, I'm just gonna warn you. You're gonna be with the normal slashes for the first laps. So, if you don't want to get crashed, I'm not going to hold them off the track.
All right, hold your cars until we get marshals out there.
You're so fast.
They're probably one lap faster than my lunch. That's the bad.
Those cars should be flying. What are you all doing wrong? 13.5, is that what it is? Okay.
They're all brand new. Well, EW's car all brand new.
Not quite broken yet. I saw you all, like, all three came out at the same time.
The corner speed's gonna be a lot better because we're all actually different from all
Oh, Grip City out there.
We're still making time.
All right.
Basically, track around 63 laps.
So it's better over there?
It's a lot shorter.
Do you run associated diffs in those cars? Okay.
I think that's what he's getting. Best option now. We've got something. I just don't know
All right, track is open for our slash drivers. Thank you for holding up. We have all of our marshals. Thank you for getting out quick. We have checks from all three of our drivers.
Make me.
All right, drivers. No changes to be made. We'll go ahead and get them lined up. Matt, out front. Anthony in the 2, and Jared in that number 3 spot. You all know the way it goes. Matt will be rolling us off. Out of turn 4. Track is live. Track is live. He's got Anthony right behind him. Looks like Anthony's going to try to contend for this lead position. He's not going to roll over and let Matt walk away. If he wants it, he's going to have to find a tighter line through turns 3 and 4. He's losing them there, but he is catching in turns 1 and 2. Very good line through 1 and 2. Matt and Anthony, the 1 and 2 car as of right now. Ooh, Anthony put it up on 2 wheels. Ooh, Anthony with a rollover. That's going to leave Matt to walk away with it a bit. Jared in that number 3 position. He did just get lapped by our leader, but he was on a killer run. Anthony right behind him. We're only 1 minute into this race. Matt, Anthony, and Jared, our top 3. Jared definitely putting up a fight. Anthony definitely putting up a fight in this one. He is not letting Matt get away from him. The gap now, only 2.5 seconds. Very big upgrade for Anthony. Oh! Catching on Marshall's foot. Oh, caution turn 2, caution turn 2. Anthony now in contention for that pass on Anthony. 1:45 down, 2 left to go. Ooh, Matt gonna make the pass on Jared for another lap. He's gonna be lapping that number 2 car here soon. We're going to hope Anthony can stay in the fight. 2 minutes out, 2 minutes left to go. Looks like Anthony does have the fastest car on the track. 5.015 out of him. And Matt, 5.03. .130 left on the clock. All right, 1:10 left to go. Matt still on top. White, blue, and yellow going down the front stretch. Now to the back, number 34. Looking to put his third lap on the field here soon. Anthony in that number 2 spot, the green and black. 87 going down the front. Right behind him is our leader and the number 3 car. .30 seconds remaining. Matt and Anthony separated by 10 seconds. 10 seconds on the dot. 10.000 between those two cars. 47 out of 404 for our leader. Oh, caution turns 1 and 2. Good thing. That was our 1 and 2 cars, so it doesn't look like position's going to be changing. Oh yeah, 10-second laps for the both of them. Clock. Matt and Anthony. Jared, that is a race. Race is over. Matt, Anthony, and Jared. Your top 3 for the slash road mile class. All right, time for the final race of the night. Super stock late model. Marshals to the track. Once again, I know many of our drivers that are now in this one were marshaling.
So you turn right, and I'm like, okay, this ain't like in between, right to the left. He's gonna show up with a paintball mask next week.
Doug, it's only fair that you get him back. I see his ankles wide open. All right. John Mosby, are you in? Are you going to race this one? Nathan Hale. Nathan Hale. Is he racing? Okay. All right, if y'all want your changes, we're calling a driver's minute. He's in a rush. Help him out. But if you want to make any changes, make them now. This is the perfect time. Here he comes to the stand. Looks like they're going to throw his car out for him. We'll see if these guys can throw down faster laps in the late models. 10 scale late models. They're chasing down a 4.7 out of those cars and a 4.4 out of the Buggy Street Stocks. Oh man! Scissors, pull him out. In the meantime, if you are not taking laps, make sure you're parked in the center of the track. We don't want your car getting hit. Looks like the rear right panel. That one's digging too. All right, front left now. Inch by inch, this car will run. Oh, hell. I would just take the body off. It couldn't be any worse. That thing is just sliding like a trailer in the rain. Go ahead. Just keep in mind, people want to go home. Hell of a driver's minute. It's on you, not on me. This is all John. You're upsetting the marshals more than you are the drivers. All right, one lap. Then we're going to line them up. Front stretch is closed. Oh, need a marshal on the front. Oh no! Grant out front, Doug 2, Bill 3, Keith 4, and John round out the field in the 5 spot. All right, Grant. Oh wait, I gotta put John's transponder in, and we're good. All right, Grant, you are rolling us off. Going live, coming out of turn 4. Grant, Doug, Bill, Keith, and John. Grant out front. Doug in the 2 and Bill in the 3 spot. Ooh. One and 2. About 1 second between those 2 cars. Just one front stretch away. In that 3 spot is Bill. A little closer to the number 2 than the number 2 is to the number 1. Oh, Doug catching some pipe. That's going to put Bill to the number 2 spot. Keith now in the 4. Ooh, Bill doing a little bit of pipe rubbing himself. It's going to put Doug right up on him. Grant looking to walk away tonight. If he does this, he's going to sweep his classes. TQ and a win in both of his classes if he pulls through. 115 down. Oh, he gets caught on some lap traffic. Doesn't slow him down, but maybe a second. Bill Gibson about half the track away from him. Doug right behind him. And Keith 1 lap from them. Grant and Bill, 2.5 seconds is the difference. Half the track. And Doug back from Bill, about half a straightaway. Grant, the green and black, number 67, going down the front stretch now. Right in front of him is our number 4 car. That's Keith. Black, blue, and gray. In the number 2, we have the all-orange Flames, number 67. Down the backstretch now, that's Bill. In the number 3, close in tow, that's Doug, the black with white trim, number 30. Getting around the traffic, Grant, Bill, and Doug, your top 3 with 1:35 remaining. Grant running a 48.404, about 3 seconds faster than his qualifying time. Bill, about the same, 47.404. That's 2 seconds behind his original qualifying time. 3.2 is the difference between the 1 and 2 car. That's a little bit further than the 1/2 a lap. Now it's about 3/4 of a lap. 1 straightaway between those 2 cars. That is for the lap. Oh, caution down the back. Looks like it's sorted itself out. 1 minute remaining in this one. Grant with the fastest lap on the track, 4.899. Bill, 4.994. So Grant, he has the hot lap by about 1/10 of a second. Oh, Keith getting into our number 3 car. That was Doug. Doug was about 1 second behind Bill. Now Bill looking for the pass on Doug for the lap. Thank you, John, for moving. The number 2 and 3 car battling for the lap position, not even normal position. 20 seconds left on the clock in our final race of the night. Grant, 3.5 second lead over his dad. That's Bill. We'll see if we can get the lap in the next 10 seconds. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. 5 seconds remaining. So Grant is now done. He is going to sweep his classes tonight. Good job for him. The class, the race is over.
You said I've already run off 5 laps.
If you all want 5 minutes of practice, that's completely okay. And then I'm going to blow the track off and water it. I'll give you until 9:06. 9:06. It is 9:01. 5 minutes of open track if you want it. Just to see what was wrong with your cars if you were upset with it.